Continuing on, we are on, yeah, it says, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. So these things are revealed in these times, man. All right. So we know the main players on the chessboard, man. Right. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. So that mystery has been taking place for so long, and it's been working, man. And it's been a mystery until now, man. Now we know who exactly is the one that's responsible, man. All right, we know a nigga been grimy, making everything look like it's okay and fine and dandy, only so that we may be destroyed, man. All right, because that remnant that's slated to receive salvation, they're the ones that's going to rule on this earth, and those are the ones going to be afflicting that the judgment that is written, man. All right, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the white man's about to be taken out of the way. So if he can get you to get taken out of the way too, hey, it's a win-win for him, because he's had his time under the sun, and he know that you about to rule next. So if he can get you to go down too, he can try to, in his mind, offset prophecy, man. All right, try to have the Heavenly Father be found as a liar. That's why he says he exalts himself above all that is called God, and then shall that wicked be revealed, and they are the wicked. And going to Job 9:24, all right, when you go to Job 9:24, there's plenty of precepts, pops up from there, man. All right, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So this truth has been consuming him. Now that's why they try to block us in with this truth, man. All right, this truth will never meet the masses as far as get our, they're interviewing us, on all platforms. No, when the day they put us on all those platforms, it's going to be there to condemn and come and get us, man. All right, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So he's already getting destroyed by this word, which you try to put a cap on. But when Yahweh Shai touches down, you can't put no cap on that. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs of lying wonders. So that is Satan, meaning adversary, all right, meaning the devil, which is the deceiver. So he's going to continue to be adverse, and he's going to continue to be doing mass deception. It says by what? With all the power that he has, all right, with all the wisdom he has, the science, all that, and signs and lying wonders with Project Bluebeam and his brain chip. All these things is going to be lying wonders, man. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. So our people that's going to fall for it, you got to be on guard, man, because you're going to get deceived, and he's going to deceive you and have you think unrighteousness is the way to go, man. All right. It says, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So you don't understand. You're not receiving the word that only salvation is the only applicable, allotted, for the Israelites, man. All right. People have an issue with the doctrine, but thus saith the Lord, man. All right. It says, and for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion if you don't take on this truth, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. See, so he's going to get you to have pleasure in unrighteousness. That's why in the next bold headline says, stand firm. And that's always a message that's exhortation in that itself. All right, we're going to get Judith 5:17, because this is really the mindset of the rulership of this world, man. Those be sitting behind closed doors and darkness, scheming and plotting. All right, Judith 5:17. And while this they sinned not before their God, they prospered. So they know that we have a God, man. Same God that brought us through, throughout the Red Sea, man. All right, and took many down to to deliver us, man. And so it says, so while as they sinned not before their God, they prospered. See, the only way we can prosper here in their mindset is that the handouts that they give us, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. So they know that God hates iniquity. So if they can have us indulge in iniquity, that the Heavenly Father can continue to be angry at us, man. It says joy cometh in the morning. So if they can keep that, make that night, last for a long, long time, they're going to do it, man. All right. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore. And they're the one bringing the battle. So when we depart, we were destroyed. And we're continuing to be destroyed today for lack of knowledge, which they strive to hold the knowledge away from us, man, which we have now, and that's what it is, man. And we're led captives into a land that was not theirs. See, we're in captivity today, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by enemies, which is them. All right, cities were taken down, and we didn't believe it. We're in that condition today, and a lot of people don't want to believe it. But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. See, and they know our ruins, and on the flip side, they know how we may obtain that obtain victory, man. All right. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. See? So it says, so basically, it says, but if there's no iniquity in their nation, that's the key for them. So there has to be iniquity in the nation, and that's why they push. All right. That's why we read that in 2 Thessalonians, man. That man of sin being revealed. So that's the iniquity, man. All right. We'll get this. 1 Samuel 15:23. It says, "For rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft," which we know, witchcraft, a witch must be put to death, man. So that they have us being rebellious into our power, which they know that we have a power, man. We're gonna get put to death along with them, man, because they're the most rebellious people on the planet, man. And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. So they have us being stubborn and rebellious, which we already, that's deep because that's already rooted in us. Man. We are a rebellious house, man. And we're stubborn, we're hard-headed, all right? But they come in forward with the affliction, though, all right? Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being a king. So if they continue to help us, reject our power, it will keep us from being a king. And that leads to Revelations, what? It's that 10 and 5, I believe. It was 5 and 10. So I get 5 and 10. That giving us that power that we may be God's. It's like a kings and priests upon the power upon this world. Kings and priests upon the world, and we're gonna reign on this world. We're gonna reign on here, man. When you reign, man, you have authority, man. All right, and ain't nobody gonna be bucking up, man. When you reign on something, all right. When you rain on somebody's parade, I mean, you mess it all the way up, man. All right. So they're looking to avoid us from obtaining that. That's it's plain cut and dry, man. So we must, we're gonna upset him. We're gonna keep on fighting, man, and keep pushing, man. And that's the key. That's why you see brothers laboring week in, week out, and throughout the week as well, man. All right. That we may what, have the last laugh, and we may what, see the downfall of our enemies, man. All right, wipe those smirks off their faces, man. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. Hey, Lord willing, I'm able to continue to push. Until next time, shalom.